Yo, what's up? It's me. I'm here, Cairns, Australia. Beautiful view as per the usual. It is my very, very last day in Australia. I'm kind of bummed. I would love to stay here longer, but with the logistics, just doesn't really work out that way. I think there's a rainbow back here. I don't know if it's coming through, but it's absolutely awesome. Super enthused, but also extremely pumped to take what I've learned here in the southern hemisphere back up to the north. I've learned so much. I'm so lucky to be here, but most of all, the thing that comes to mind is change. Have I changed on this trip? Have I grown as a person? You know, those big, growy questions that you want to ask people when they go on big trips. Well, that brings me to my topic, and it's that you are the only constant in a world of variability. Now, what does that mean? Well, when I say you, what am I talking about? I'm talking about you as the self. Now, if you don't know what the self is, if you're familiar with Eckhart Tolle at all, if you're familiar with like Buddhist teachings or spiritual teachings that talk about the self, self transcends the body, transcends the mind. It is your conscious. So it's basically the you, not this freckle that I have right here. It's not, you know, how much I can lift. It's not my muscular structure. It's not how great I look in a bikini. It's the sense of self, the sense of self-awareness that you have, the thing that transcends body and mind. You stay constant no matter what. Basically, there are factors out there. There's so many different things that occur that you cannot control. Variability and things like people that you meet, circumstances that you're in, sensations that you're feeling. Feelings are a big good one, very, very relevant. For example, yesterday I went snorkeling Great Barrier Reef in Cairns, right here. Absolutely awesome. The conditions were a little choppy, a little windy, made it a little more difficult for me to snorkel for my first time because I've never done it before. But I mean, that day I went through nausea twice. Most nausea that I've ever had, just ups and downs, just can't even like think about anything other than just not yakking, you know, not vomiting. Struggling with that, to really having to use the bathroom, but it's now closed because it's wet or people are showering or whatever. It's like now you have to get through that. Now you have that kind of uncomfortableness, and then super, super tired because your body thinks, oh, okay, well, to counteract the sickness, I'm just gonna fall asleep, and then it works. But then you wake up, and then you're scared because your boat hits a giant wave, and you're like, what? You just freak out, like it's all the time. All sorts of things happen, and then I'm super, super, super hungry. Just things to the point where it hurts. Like just all these things happened to me yesterday. And I was changing, and there's my internal environment and there's the external environment. Internal being the feelings, external being, now I'm on a dock, boom, now I'm on a boat, boom, now I'm in the Great Barrier Reef. I'm above the water, which is a totally just blue, different world than below the water, which is like, you see all these fish, and you see all these things that people do, and it's really, really amazing. And it's something that I had never seen before, and I really think you guys ought to really consider doing that and putting that on your bucket list, because I can check that off of mine today. So I'm very, very proud about that. But there's so many different things that are changing, and the only thing that I've come out of this is I've changed so many different environments. I've been to Melbourne, Cairns, New Zealand, what was the other one? New Zealand, obviously Sydney, Gold Coast, just all these different environments within each area. And it didn't really hit me until I realized now that this is like the last like super new environment that I'll be going to for a while. I'm gonna go back to, you know, UC Santa Cruz, and I'm gonna appreciate it a lot more because it's a beautiful, beautiful place. I'm so lucky to be there as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna go back there. It's gonna be beautiful. Going back to studying, doing all those sorts of things, normal things that I did before, and it's just gonna not feel the same, or it actually will feel the same. But it won't feel the same in the same way that it did before, which was the normal way. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that it's all going to be different. The only constant is that sense of awareness. The only constant is the same thing. Like why do we not notice when our body ages? Like we do when we look at a picture. We do when we look in a mirror, when we take a picture of our brain. We think, I'm 5 now, and I look so young, and then when you're 50, you look at the same mirror and you think, well, shit, I feel like I was young yesterday. That has to do with like the constant mindset that you have. You stay in this awareness, you're stuck there, but your body changes, and that's like the internal environment versus like the external being the environment. Like where I am right now is awesome. My internal environment, my positive emotions are just shooting through the roof because I have had an incredible time in Australia, and I just have nothing but gratitude and openness to the world, and I mean appreciation. It transcends kid on Christmas, because when it's a kid on Christmas, you know that it's about the present. It is very materialistic. That's the nature of Christmas. Like the kid is happy because he's going to get a present, not necessarily because of the family thing. And I've been alone long enough now, and I've had to switch families, like people that I've been with, changing that environment, the whole family environment, over and over and over, since I've been here so many times, that I'll just appreciate my real family now, like so much more than I did before. And yeah, I just have nothing but gratitude left. But in the end, you are the only thing that stays constant. Everything else around changes. Just a thought to think about, something that I've been thinking about. Even though I've changed my environment literally a billion times since I've been here, I realize now that like I am where I am. Like I am where the home is. I am where my own home is. Like there's the house that you're staying in, which is only as important as how comfortable you feel in it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm really lucky to be here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna do a total reflections one, like just the major themes I learned, but this one I want to keep, that you are the only constant in a world of variability. And with that, I will say adieu to Australia for now. Actually no, it doesn't work. Say a bientôt. Bis später. To Australia. And yeah, see you guys later.